Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am pierced. I was pierced in a religious ceremony dedicated to preserving the religion Judaism. Yes? As a tiny infant, I was held down as they stuck needles and clamps through my penis. And they left me with a piercing. That's correct, ladies and gentlemen. I am pierced. I think my dad must have had a premonition that in 20 years piercings would be in, so he slipped a rabbi an extra $50. Told him to hook me up while I was under the knife. Thanks a lot, Dad. Feels really good to put a piercing through my penis. Botch my circumcision. Blood was on the wall. Well, they botched my circumcision, yeah. And they left me with a hole. 13-day-old baby, peeing through his scab, yeah. And my uncle fainted, ooh, 'cause the moil was so bad. When you believe in things that you don't understand, oh, you suffer, yeah. Circumcision ain't the way. Oh, 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 oh. Well, they botched my circumcision. They must have put the clamp on wrong. You know, when they stretch out the foreskin. They made the wrong incision, and it wasn't my decision. I had to go along. Well, my grandpa paid for it. Invited everyone, yeah. Fully dressed and catered, crudité for the newborn son, yes. When you bleed and scream and cry from the stab of a scalpel, circumcision ain't the way, yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Enough ruckus of this neighborhood. I think I kind of want.
Leave those babies alone. Leave those babies alone. Leave those babies alone. Leave the babies alone. Leave the babies alone. Leave those babies alone. Leave those babies alone. Leave those babies alone. Leave the babies alone. Leave the babies alone.
In the name of God, to you alone do I submit. Forgive me for my ignorance and the sins that I commit. Oh Lord, I hear the call. Go forth and demonstrate the revelation you reveal. Complete, sets the record straight. Oh my Lord, expand for me my verse, loosen up my tongue so I can get something off my chest. Your great design, they decline, say that it's imperfect. For their crime, I'ma rhyme and deliver up the verdict. The leader of this Ummah and his faith, they violate false tales and tradition these fools often narrate. Abraham never performed this act of mutilation. It was an innovation by the priests of the Judaic nation. Are you scared to speak against those in authority? Ashamed to be rejected by members of your community? The Abrahamic story, they haven't learned the lesson. The book they abandoned and continue its transgression.
Leave those babies alone. Leave those babies alone. Leave those babies alone. Leave the babies alone. Leave the babies alone. Leave those babies alone. Leave those babies alone. Leave those babies alone. Leave the babies alone. Leave the babies alone.
The prize from the babies when their sacred organs cut. Acts, bodies, devil dummies with their eyes closed shut. Circumcision, what's the reason for this divine treason? Crimes against the children, false reports, no sound reason. No medical organization on the planet recommends it, but they're asking parents to consent to sin that they commit. 100 babies every year die from this procedure, so people can preserve their beauty from a baby screamer. Can you hear me, man? They got me breathing like an animal. A devil's prophecy hitting children from every angle. This one's for the babies fam. Grab the freaking devil's hand. Jellies, dummies, crimes against the babies was the devil's plan. A pagan practice, man. This one goes way back to pagan worship, ancient mysteries. Devils fall back. God, can you hear your servant begging on his knees? Please guide me to victory. Help me punish your enemies.
Leave those babies alone. Leave those babies alone. Leave those babies alone. Leave the babies alone. Leave the babies alone. Leave those babies alone. Leave those babies alone. Leave those babies alone. Leave the babies alone. Leave the babies alone. Leave those babies alone. Leave those babies alone. Leave those babies alone. Leave the babies alone. Leave the babies alone. Leave those babies alone. Leave those babies alone. Leave those babies alone. Leave the babies alone. Leave the babies alone.
Wouldn't it be nice to have a foreskin? Then there'd be less friction on my schlong. And after we had shared romance together, my glands would be in skin where it belongs. There must be some way to make it better. If I had more skin, I know you'd stay wetter. And if I had a frenulum, I'd always savor each caress you gave to me. There would be no reason to be so rough every time we shared intimacy. Natural intercourse, at last we'd know it. If there was just some way I could regrow it. Yeah, wouldn't skin be nice? Maybe if I tape and stretch and hug and pull, it might regrow. Then I'd have the rolling, gliding action that cut guys don't know. I'll grow it back and my skin will slacken. Yeah, wouldn't skin be nice? The only way to help more guys without it is to make our culture talk about it. Let's all talk about it, yeah. Wouldn't skin be nice? Regrow a foreskin, baby. Gotta have foreskin, baby. Restore your foreskin, baby. Grow a new foreskin,
To put a piercing to my penis, that's my circumcision. Blood was on the wall. Well, they botched my circumcision, yeah, and they left me with a hole. 13-day-old baby.